With that said, let's go ahead and we're going to lead off the show with John here talking about Sword of Legends Online. This is like I said, a brand new MMO that's recently come out with a very decent price here at $40. Leading off, not bad there. So John, let's talk about it. What is Sword of Legends Online? What is it about? How's it going for you? How overall are you enjoying it?
Tell me how I become the next Monkey King.
Please.
I don't know.
I want to know that too.
I don't know so much about Monkey King so far. Yeah, it's so far it's a fairly interesting game. From what I've noticed, I've started 3 different classes of the 6 that are available, and it seems like for the most part, aside from depending on which class is your home base in that, it's pretty much the same story. So you can kind of run through it if you've been through it once or twice before.
When you say classes, are we talking like standardish classes for MMO, or are they sort of unique to this?
The system with them is kind of interesting because each base class has 2 variations to it. The melee classes, the Berserker and Spearmaster, they have their DPS variants and then their tank variants. There's a Bard, which has a healer variant and range damage variant. Summoner, which is range damage and healer. And then Spell Sword, which is just your all-out damage class, ranged and melee.
Sounds fun.
And switching between them seems to be fairly straightforward. It's just a menu option where you can switch between one set and the other.
Okay.
It seems like just by selecting the other one.
Right.
Because you just activate which one you're using.
Okay, so it's not necessarily like different spec trees. It's just choosing to play one style over the other.
Kind of. 'Cause it's like some of the abilities are locked to the different classes, and then they have at different level breakpoints. You essentially get little talent points where you can select how different abilities are going to interact, basically different passives that you select.
Okay.
Some of them are better for the DPS classes, some of them are better for the other classes.
Gotcha.
I did leave one class out as a Reaper, which is another melee class, and then its counterpart is the Occultist, which is more of a support class. But it's an interesting game. Kind of starts out where I guess part of the lore is a long time ago there was these kind of warriors that wielded these 3 swords, I guess. And the trainees through the different factions kind of go up and try to see if their soul can bind to the soul from one of these weapons. And then a bunch of evil people kind of attack, and from there it's kind of straightforward for the most part.
So wait, are you on a quest to reclaim these 3 swords?
No, you bind your soul to one of the swords.
One of the 3 legendary ones, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Basically one of the 3 swords, and then it's empowering that connection.
Oh, okay.
And basically trying to get rid of all of the negative forces throughout that keep trying to invade.
Gotcha.
So far, it's pretty good. There's been a ton of people online.
Yeah, I've seen the hype for it is massive right now. Like I know, as some of these games do over on Steam, it has the waiting and queue thing to make it the purchase right now. Like I know there's a lot of hype for it.
Yeah, because I bought it on the client it's native to, partially because I didn't realize that's where I was buying it.
Fair.
But yeah, pretty much everywhere I've been so far, it's constantly full of people, which is, surprising and good.
Right.
I didn't know a whole lot I only heard about this game a week or 2 before it was coming out.
Hey, that's longer than me because I didn't know about it till it popped up. Hey, we've released.
Well, from what I understand, it's a really well recepted game in China.
Yeah.
It's been out in China for I think 3 years, and it's been come over. And one of the things that kind of brought me to it when I first kind of looked up about it what I heard about it is there's no like RNG upgrade system like
Okay.
some of the other MMOs
Gotcha.
have, where it's like you have a chance to get an improvement on your weapon,
Yeah.
but also a chance to destroy it or anything.
Right.
It's
right.
just it's cut and dry. Like I've encountered that system at this point. And it's if you have the materials, you can upgrade it as long as there's upgrade slots available.
I mean, that's nice.
And then one of the nice things is when you're kind of encountering your dungeons for the first time, they have what they call the drill rank, which is kind of the story progression rank, where you can go into it with an AI companion basically to clear it out. So it kind of gets you used to the mechanics of it, used to how the flow of the dungeon will kind of work before you just jump in with other people, especially if you're not used to running that type of content in these games.
Mm-hmm.
And at least from what I understand, there's no sort of like pay to win features, anything like that.
That's
The
good.
shop is entirely cosmetics.
Oh, that's good.
And then there's I've seen some of the different factions in the game. A lot of what they offer from like their stores in game is like cosmetic effects as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been enjoying my time so far.
How many hours have you put in?
Probably under 10 right now.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I've played 3 different classes right now. I've kind of been flopping between them, seeing which one I like the best so far.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, I've been enjoying playing a Spearmaster. It's pretty much the straightforward style that I was looking for.
Right. An interesting thing that's going to be something for us to watch on with this game is what is obviously the hype is very strong right now, but what is the community going to look like, as time passed, since it did just come out for us, the numbers are really high right now, but how is it going to sustain? You know what I mean? Like how long it's going to last? That is something to watch for us.
My other question is for it is, since I haven't really looked deep into it, is John, you said it's been out in China for about 3 years. So I assume with the release here in the West, it's just base content, and we have no update content that's come out in China, I would guess.
I believe the Chinese game has had previous like add-ons to it or things different content added to the game, and I don't know exactly when all of that would be coming over, but it seems to be moving fairly quick. I will say one thing with the game: the translation's not the greatest.
Yes.
It's like some of the English dialogue is kind of rushed through or like cuts off at points.
All your
like,
base belong to us.
like mid conversation. Like
Right.
they'll be in the middle of a sentence and then it'll cut off and move to the next sentence. Like it's not quite paced correctly. Or one person will be talking and they'll say a couple sentences in English and then transition to Chinese out of nowhere.
So that part's kind of rough. Got it.
The menu system, most of the menu is translated to English fairly well. Some of it's not the best. Like I had to reread a few things a couple times to understand what I was looking at, and then some of the like icons that you like in the skills menu are still in Chinese. So I'm not quite sure what they're for, but I get the gist of it. Like a lot of the talent points and stuff that you select, they at least have different thumbs up icons in
Right.
different colors. So one's good for DPS, one's good for tank. But yeah, overall it's pretty solid right now, and at least from what I've seen, the community that's there right now is pretty welcoming. It's
Well,
like
that's good
they're-
at least.
Yeah, it's like there seems to be quite a few people like willing to help out right now for people that don't really know what they're getting into.
Gotcha. I guess my only other question with it is it just buy and play? There's no subscription?
It's currly buy and play.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
From what I understand, it's buy and play. I haven't seen anything for subscriptions. It's just there is the cash shop that has, like I said, purely cosmetics.
Gotcha.
There's no like weight limit increases, bag space, anything like that. If you want a different color costume, you can buy that. You want your mount to be a different color, you can buy that.
Okay. For this game, is this something that you would recommend people to go ahead and pick up now, or hold off on it until maybe like a sale or something?
I'd say if you're interested in MMO and
Needing something new.
don't want to jump in on like a subscription based game,
Right.
It's like so far I would say this one's fairly solid.
Okay.
So if you're looking to scratch that itch, this game will do it for you.